Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have quite an exciting one because we are going to be testing a new palette from Morphe. In case you didn't know, Morphe has just recently collaborated with Avani Greg. If you don't know who Avani is, I don't know too much about her, but she started out on Tik Tok and she did those like insane clown transition looks, and I was obsessed with them. I think I discovered her like last year, and she's really talented with makeup, and Morphe have collaborated with her and I'm super excited. Wait until you see what this palette looks like. So this is for the Bebs Artistry palette. I assume she calls her followers Bebs, and this is what the outer packaging looks like. It's really cool, super edgy. I feel like that's what Avani's sort of image is like. This is what Avani looks like, by the way, if you have never seen her before. Let's get this open. Now this palette is £30, so it's definitely an expensive Morphe palette. Normally their palettes are around £24-ish, but the collab's always a little bit more pricey. I did use a 20% discount code to get this for £24, I believe. Because Morphe have so many codes, I refused to pay full price. And yeah, I got this for a little bit cheaper, but the packaging of the actual palette is exactly the same as the box. Beautiful design, I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is this palette? Like, it is absolutely stunning. And what makes this palette a little bit more different than just your regular like rainbow eyeshadow palette is that these two bottom rows here are wet liners. They're like water activated liners. How exciting is that? We're going to be doing something a little bit more creative today, not just like your regular Makeup with Alex Kate look. This is going to be something a little different, so I hope you enjoy it. But this is what the palette looks like. Oh my goodness. When I saw the first like release video, I think I talked about it in a recent video, I knew straight away that I was going to purchase this because I love a good rainbow palette. I could never have enough of them, and then the fact that there's water activated liners in here, it just makes it so much better than what it already is. Plus this has a mirror in here, so it is a little bit more on the like not affordable spectrum, but then again the packaging is so nice. You get a lot of rainbow colours, you get water activated liners, and you get a mirror in here. So yeah, I kind of understand the more expensive price tag. So this is what the palette looks like. We are going to swatch the entire palette, and yes, even those water activated liners. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the entire like actual eyeshadow part of the palette swatched. All the shades are really nicely pigmented. There's actually a couple of glitters in here. I thought these were shimmers, but there's a bronzy glitter and like a silver glitter. I don't know if you can see that. We have a very nice variety of shades in here. Literally every single colour of the rainbow. I love how there's loads of mattes in here because you can create really nice rainbow eye looks with it. And yeah, I'm super impressed. Even this white. Look how pigmented the white and the red is. Like, I absolutely love it. Okay, and these are the shades of the activated liners. They do come across quite watery, but once they dry down, they look a little bit more pigmented. And some shades were a little bit easier, I think you can tell, to apply rather than the others. It seems the darker shades look... Oh no, actually, no, these ones look really good. But like these couple here don't look the best, these two here don't look the best, but we'll see how they look on the eyes. Okay, so I don't 100% know what I'm doing today. I obviously want to do a fun rainbow look and then incorporate the liners in here, so this is not necessarily going to be the best eye look I've ever done. I just want to do something where I use as much of the palette as possible, and so I can give you an accurate review. So let's just get started. Firstly, I have primed my eyes. I used the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base just so I had something down that the shadows can stick to. So firstly, I'm going to take the yellow in the palette, which is called Beep Boop. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M431 brush. These brushes desperately need a clean. I'm going to start placing that at the very front of my lid, like so. And then I'm going to take this bright orange called You Mad. And what I'm going to do is quite a bright red orange, but I feel like it will blend in with that red really well. And I'm just going to start placing that next to the yellow. This probably is going to look really weird to start off with, but you've just got to trust the process with these looks. Next, I'm going to take the red in the palette, which is called Clown. Obviously, she's very like known for her clown transitions, which are amazing. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M456 brush. Blend that next to the orange like so. I'm also just placing these colours down. I'm not necessarily like working on the blend or anything yet because it is going to take a little while. I'm next going to take this pinky shade, which is called 2016, and I'm just going to place this next to the red. And don't worry if I get any mess underneath, so because I'm gonna just clean that up anyway. And lastly, we're gonna put purple at the end, so it kind of goes with like the blue that will be at the bottom. And I'm gonna take the shade My Fave. Okay, so these are all the shades that I'm putting at the top of my lid. So now I'm going to go back through them. I'm going to make sure the blend is a little bit more seamless. I'm also going to make sure I blend at the top of where my brow bone is, just so there's not that like harsh, obvious line there. And then we can move on to the next step. So now I've done that, we now have this like seamless blend, and I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush. This is a Spectrum B09 brush, and I'm just going to like blend the top because that will then diffuse the edges. These colours go so well together, it almost looks like I've put one shade on there. Okay, now we've got this seamless blend going on, it's now time to cut out where we're going to put like the liner and also map out where we're going to put the other shades on underneath. So I'm just going to take some of these and micellar water, map that out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I've cut the crease out. I've now mapped the cut crease with the Ultimate Eye Base, so it's now ready for the eyeshadows on the lid. And I think we're firstly going to start out with this light green here, which is called Seaweed. Seaweed? Seaweed. And don't worry if this looks a bit weird, because when the eyeliner goes on it will make a little bit more sense. And next I'm going to be taking Avani, which is this blue here. It is the most beautiful blue I've ever seen. It's very pigmented as well. And I'm going to blend this in the middle of my lid next to the green. And then for the outer part, I'm going to take the shade Maddie Don't Like, which is this purple here. I did use this purple before. Yeah, this purple before, but we're going to use this one next to the blue. Okay, so these are all the matte shades on my lid. Now I'm going to attempt to do this auto activated liner. Fingers crossed it works out okay, but I'm going to take the white shade because I just feel like that stands out the most. And I'm literally just going to line the water activated liner where I've already got that cut crease line, just to make it a little bit easier for myself to follow a line. So let's get into it. Okay, so after about 10 minutes of building this up, this is as best as I'm gonna get it. It's quite a runny texture, so when I put it on my lids, I kind of have to build it up in about 10 layers. And then I also went in with the matte white in this palette called Inaudible Noise, just to add some pigment on there, because honestly there was like hardly any, so I had to build it on top. I think because these are in a palette, they're designed to dry really quickly, so the actual pigment of it is not that much. I'm very surprised because some of the swatches were really good. I think the white one is probably one of the ones that have the most runniest texture, so maybe I'll have to give this palette a go again, but with a different coloured liner. But this is the look that we've got so far. I honestly feel like this side looks way better than this one. It's a bit more rounded and flicked out. We're now going to add a colour to the lower lash line, and I think because we've got a super rainbow eye look on the lid, I'm just going to go in with the black in the palette, and this one is called Hidden, and yeah, I'm just going to add that all the way across. Okay, so these are all the shades on my lid. I'm not gonna lie, this look is not for the faint-hearted. It's definitely very colourful and a lot. So I just need to finish it off by adding a shade to the inner corner and brow bone, and I'm just gonna honestly use the highlighter I used for my face day, which is the Revolution So Glazed highlighter. This is like new. I have done a video testing a few of these new products. I don't know if that's gonna be up before this or not. Okay, so this is the completed eye look. I'm gonna now hop off camera. I'm gonna put some lashes and mascara on and lips, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I'm back, and this is my completed look. So for my lashes, I thought the eyelids are dramatic. Let's make the eyelashes dramatic. So I used the Bose Beauty lashes in the style Angel, and you can actually get, I think it's 10% off with makeupwithalixkate on their website. I love Bose Beauty. I'm yet to upload my video reviewing their makeup, so stay tuned because that's coming soon. My mascara is of course the Essence Lash Princess mascara, and my lips is a bit of a combination. So we have the Doll Beauty lip liner in the shade Boy Bye. We have the Beauty Bay lipstick in the shade Freckle. It's like the perfect cool toned brown nude shade. And then for my lips, because I'm taking part in this glow creation TikTok competition, I've got the Revolution Shimmer Bomb lip gloss in the shade Glimmer. So this is my completed look with the Avani palette with Morphe. What do you think? Please let me know, because this is like so far at my comfort zone here on YouTube, but I thought I'd do something a little bit more creative today with this palette. And let's finally sit down and talk about this. Firstly, packaging is sick. The price point is a little bit more pricey for Morphe, but their collab palettes are always a little bit more expensive. I do feel like you get your money's worth because you get 20 eyeshadows in here, you get 2 glitters and 1 shimmer. The rest are mattes, so you have 17 mattes to play with, which I love. And then you also get 10 water activated liners here at the bottom, which are super rainbow, and you also have a white and a black, which is amazing. You also have a white and black matte shadow. So colour story for me, I'm a huge fan of, and I absolutely love it. The matte shades in here are super pigmented and they blend really well together. It's honestly like I've got a really seamless blend at the top of my lid. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the mattes. I have just seen quickly, and my lid does feel quite tacky, and it's like some of the shadow's gone slightly patchy, but that's probably my fault for not setting it down properly and probably not putting enough pigment there. Everything else looks really good though, so I think that's just a mistake on my part. The black is really nice and pigmented, so the mattes in here are absolutely incredible and I love them. Now the water activated liners, the white that I used today did require a lot of building, like a lot of layers, and even still it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be, so that's why I had to go in with the white matte to go over the top to show a decent amount of pigment. So I do love this palette. I just feel like I can't give you my full review because I need to play with more of these water activated liners. Some of the swatches were really good, but obviously a swatch on my arm and a line on my lid can look totally different. So based on what I did today, I love this part of the eyeshadow palette. The mattes are incredible. I absolutely love those. The water activated liners, they did work okay, but not as well as I had hoped. So I'm going to play with these a little bit more, and I hope I can gather my thoughts a little bit better on it. But other than that, I really enjoyed using this palette today. I really enjoyed doing this more creative and fun look. If you want to see more looks like this from me, then definitely let me know down below. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this look, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!